Hey, my investy besties, welcome back to Mommy Trader. I hope you guys are doing good. On today's video, we're going to be talking about our June 2021 net worth update. So we are pretty much like halfway through the year, you guys. We are done quarter two. We are just kind of really looking now at the third and final quarter of this year, and time is just going by so fast, and that's why it's so important to just check in on your progress, especially when it comes to your financial goals, because time will kind of get away from you if you're not really keeping a watchful eye on it. And something that we can't get back no matter what we do is time. And so I try to check in and with not just the network, but with all of our goals periodically to make sure we are on the right track, that everything is kind of working the way that we want it to, so that at the end of the day, we can achieve all the goals we set out for ourselves. So as you guys can see here, I'm going to be doing our update for June. So as you can see, the top part here is all of our assets. I have our assets broken up into 4 boxes. We have cash and savings, we have property, we have our investments, and then we have any rewards or gift cards. And so when we add up all of the cash that we have on hand, it's about $49,373.60. It's a little less than it was the last time I did the net worth update. You got the kids' college, which is down a little bit. That's invested in the market, but I just have it here under cash savings. Also, like I mentioned, I had to buy a new phone, and I don't lease phones, and I don't get on payment plans for cell phones either. It's just, something that we are doing now that we're on this whole financial freedom journey, not taking on any debt. And so I paid for the phone outright. And so, yeah, so I'm still really pleased with the amount of cash we have on hand. We don't like to have too much cash available because it means it's not working for us as much as it could be. We just have like our emergency fund here, coin jar money. We have a little bit of euros, just things like that. Moving on to our property in this box over here. So as you guys know, we own 3 homes currently. We have our main home, the house that we live in, and we have 2 rental properties, and we're working on our 3rd rental. So property is a really, really good asset to have, because property is something that people are always going to need. So if you decide to become a landlord, even if you decide to invest in real estate through REITs, which is real estate investment trust, that's a great way to get exposed to the real estate market. And we actually do both, by the way, but the REITs are covered under our investments. But in terms of our main property, we have everything listed here. So I'm not going to go over all of it because you guys can see it. Just some things that stand out. Our main home is officially over $500,000. I'm really trying to be conservative with this number because the housing market is inflated. Same with the used car values. I don't know the last time you guys checked on the value of used cars, but it's kind of expensive, and the availability on used cars, especially good ones, is really, really low. The inventory all over is just low. And so as a result, if the value on those assets go up. So we own 2 cars paid for outright. They're ours. They've been paid for about 2 years now. And the value on those have just been going up and up and up. I have a minivan. My husband has an Acura. And so we've just been kind of holding on to that. Now, I will say, sometime within the next year, my husband will need to get a new car. And the great thing about this is that my daughter, who will be driving at that point, will be able to take the Acura, which is a 2009 Acura. So that's really good, because I don't know if you guys have been shopping for cars for your teens, but and then the insurance goes up because you got a teenager driving. But I'll make a video about that at another time. But yes, so the car rentals, the properties. Now, I will say that the property values kind of slumped just a smidgen. I mean, they were still up overall, but instead of going up month over month, like by $5,000 each, it went up about $3,500 each. But it seemed like the market is still kind of inching back up, which I kind of thought it would, because I knew there would be some type of slump or just some settling. But at least where I live, the market is just kind of going back up again. People are buying homes in like 7 days. So again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just looking at the trends in terms of our particular situation. Moving on. So crypto is here. Crypto kind of fell a bit as well. It's very, very volatile. So before you get in it, make sure you are comfortable with the money that you can lose. Make sure you mitigate risk. Make sure you understand what you're investing in. But ours went down, so it's at 7,900 now. I believe it's a little higher, but again, I'm just taking the numbers from June 30th, because I like to make sure I stick to the whole end of the month, take the numbers to do the net worth update. So the total for all of our property, 3 homes, rental cars, crypto, metals, things like that, is $919,453. So that's pretty good. We're about to hit $1 million in just property, which I think is really, really nice. Moving on to our investments. So we have the retirement, which is, we crossed the $200,000 mark, which is really, really good. Remember, guys, these numbers that you see here, we've been working on for 6 years. So we had to get out of over $75,000 worth of debt and then just take every opportunity in terms of career, making sure we educate ourselves, invest our money. That is so important. Invest your money and just watch it grow from there. That's how we're able to get to this point. So if you are just new on this journey and you're getting discouraged, or even if you see the big numbers and you're wondering when will you get there, remember, it took us years to get here. 6 years we've been on this journey. And if we can do it, I know you guys can do it. You guys got this. So as you guys can see, again, all of the investments are listed here. I'm not going to kind of go through everything, just some things that stood out. So like our retirement is officially over $200,000, which is great. IV, this is where our growth stocks are, is almost at $40,000, which is great. Our HSA, guys, our HSA is over $11,000 now. If you don't know anything about HSAs, which is a health savings account, I'll link a video up here where I talk all about HSAs. I'm a huge fan of them, and I think if you have access to one and you can do it, you should. Moving on down to our RSU. So this is stock that my husband had in his company. I talked about this in our financial mid-year update, which I will link in the eye in the sky as well. But in the past, when you've seen me do our net worth updates, I would just include $50,000 worth of the shares he has. When in actuality, my husband has $280,000 worth of shares. He's in his 3rd year in terms of his 5-year vesting schedule. And so currently his total shares in the company is actually valued at over $280,000. I've been just including $50,000 of that. So because the fact is, when we reach our FIRE number, we want to pay off our main house. So we want to go into just this whole financial independence, retire early life with no mortgage on our main homes. The rental properties, that's under a business, a LLC that we have, but our main home, we don't want any mortgage. So we were just using $50,000 with the idea of the rest of the stock options just paying off the mortgage. Well, a couple of people actually made a really, really good suggestion. That's why I love this community so much, is that you guys can see things that I can't. You guys can make suggestions, ask questions, and I absolutely love it. And so if we were including the liability or the debt remaining on our main home, then we should include all of the stock options that we currently have access to, because we're actually shorthanding ourselves when we do it the way that I was doing it before, which is just taking $50,000 worth, but we were including the entire balance of our mortgage that is due. So from this moment on, we're going to include the entire value of my husband's stock in his company, because at the end of the day, he could go into his job tomorrow and request to be paid out. Now, it would trigger a tax event, and he's not fully vested in terms of all the 5 years. Why take $280 when you can get $500,000, right? So he's waiting so he can be fully vested and get all of the stock that's due to him. So I just wanted to point that out there, because that is a change, and you will see that reflected in our net worth. So our current net worth with the new stock options is at $555,399.41. I'm gonna move my face over, guys, so that you can see this last box, and this is just reward gift cards. I add this because to me this is an asset. If I needed to get some groceries because my husband lost his job or something like that, I can redeem miles or points. Now, would it go as far in terms of getting a gift card versus maybe booking a flight somewhere or a hotel? It won't go as far. But at the end of the day, if I needed something to get food with because we didn't have income coming in, I could cash in the rewards for a Target gift card, a General Visa gift card, and use that to get gas and food and toiletries and things like that. And it's not really a whole lot in terms of our net worth. So I like to add it for fun. I like really tracking these types of things. So the total of our rewards and gift cards that we are pending with right now across all of our accounts, we try to really charge everything we can and then pay the bill off so that we're not carrying debt month over month. but the total is $710.50. I can tell you when we do go on vacation in August, I'm going to cash in as much of these points as I can. So in total of our assets, let's move my face back over. So our summary of assets with our cash and savings, property, investments, and rewards gift cards. Wow, look at this, guys. It's almost hard for me to even say this because I'm not even used to like uttering these types of numbers. $1,524,936.51, you guys. That is how much our assets total. I mean, talk about just blessed and excited, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that it took a lot of hard work and sacrifice, taking advantage of opportunities, moving to new job or new fields that we weren't used to, but that we felt like we could be great at, educating ourselves, networking, making the best connections. I can't tell you how much all of that also went into this. And like I said, if we can do it, you guys can do it too. Let's go down to our debts because as you guys know, you can't get your full net worth if you don't include your liabilities, things that you owe to other people or other companies. The great thing is that we only have mortgages that are our liabilities. I do keep this consumer debt box here to remind myself and my husband to not go back into debt, because going back into debt, it took us years to get out of debt. And so we don't want to go back into that. And with our mortgages right here, you can see that our total balances across all three of our mortgages is $556,558, as you can see right over here. So let's go on over to our update. So that means with our stock options, our current net worth is $968,379. As you can see, everything's right there. And we have our chart just to track our progression. So like I said, it went up because we added all of our stock options. You can see our yearly progress. Down here, we're done with Q2 of this year. I like to put notes here just to remind myself of what happened that month that caused our net worth to spike or maybe decrease. And it allows me to kind of track it so I know what to expect for the following year. So as you can see, our net worth here, the change was over $259,000. That was because I added all of our stock options. Our net worth changed 36.53%. This is not normal. As you can see some of the numbers up here, and I put the notes. So let's move my face over again. So we are tracking FIRE. As you guys know, we are on this journey to retire early. Okay, move my face over some more. So now we're on current stage 11 now that we added our stock options in. So that means we have about 40% of our FIRE number, or about 10 years. If we scroll down some, so this right here is something that I added new to the spreadsheet that you guys haven't seen before. So our net worth with stock options. Remember now, our goal for this year is to hit $1 million in terms of net worth. We are currently about 96.84% towards that goal, which is really great. We're almost there, and I think we can achieve this year. Next is our net worth without stock options, because I'm just so used to tracking it without all of them factored in. And I just like to see, this data as well. So the net worth without the stock options towards that $1 million goal is about 73.80%, which is not too bad even without all the stock options added. And then our overall goal, remember guys, I told you I updated our FIRE number to $3 million. That's like our stretch goal, and that's the number we're like really trying to shoot for. We're currently at 32.28%. We think we can get to about 50% this time next year, or in the spring of 2022. So, you guys just stick around and you guys will be able to see this along with us. So that's pretty much the video, guys. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. I really enjoy documenting this journey in terms of our net worth, because it's really important to know how your money is doing. Just not your money, the state of your finances are doing, especially if you are thinking of retiring early or just wanting to go into traditional retirement with a good solid nest egg. And that's something that my husband and I have been really focusing on these past 6 years. First getting out of debt, then saving an emergency fund, then reading books, listening to podcasts, trying to figure out what else do we need to do to get a good solid nest egg under our belt. That's when we started to go into real estate, and we bought our own home. We started some businesses. These types of things will get you to financial freedom, to the wealth that you see and desire for yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and share the video. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I am so happy and grateful that you all are here. Again, you guys have a good one, and let me know your net worth. Do you track it? See you guys.